Hello everyone, welcome back. Just wanted to give you an update of where we were. As you can see, I've been building the house, and I've got a small little farm going here just for some extra food and when I'm collecting some of the different plants. Eventually I want to turn this into a full-size like greenhouse type thing, and I'll explore more of the different aspects of the farming and the different plants that there are. I know there's Pam's Harvest Craft here, and I believe there's a little bit of witchery, some magical crops that I'll have to take a look at some point, and Ganny's Surface possibly. So there's definitely like 3 or 4 or 5 different mods there that are kind of giving us more seeds and more things that we can do. So I got my little well built. I can get my source of water here, which is good. Eventually I'm going to start clearing some of this area out, and we'll kind of build this out more into probably the farm and food production. Just for this little area. It doesn't have to be anything too crazy. I'm not going to go crazy on the automation in this spot. What I'm really trying to do here is just kind of learn some of the tools and then have enough of the stuff that if I need to come in and make some bread, I can just quickly harvest some bread and I'm good. Eventually, if we want to get into some of the heavy automation and just play around with what's there, we can go ahead and move to Site B, and that'll be another more of a heavy automation area. So with the house, I'm just trying to build a kind of something different. I wanted a different shape, as you can see. So I was trying to do kind of a tower that's attached to half a house. It's a weird shape, so it catches your eye, and I'm not done with the tower yet. Oh, somebody doesn't like me. Oh, somebody doesn't like me at all. Get out of here, little man. Get out of here. Where'd he go? I'm hunting him down, you little baby. Come here. Come here. There you go. Ooh, that cow's in trouble. Alright, so the tower is actually going to go a little bit higher, and I'm going to modify the shape a little more. Right now it's very squarish, and I was just playing around with the top and I didn't quite like it yet, but I didn't want to hold the update up yet on that. So as you can see, and I'm testing out different styles as far as what I want the walls to look like and the colors that I want to match. I think I'm leaning towards more of, I believe that's the limestone brick and the cobble, but I might also play around with some of the other stuff that I get. Right now I'm kind of limited because just to get started, I wanted to get the house going, some food, and basically my beginning set of Tinker Construct tools, which are just stone or flint tools at this point, where I'm using wooden handles and not too much else, so they're easy to repair, easy material that you find right away. In fact, this whole way I started this was, if you recall, that I'm using all of Tinker Construct tools, so everything I've made is a Tinker Construct tool. Haven't used any of the original tools yet, and that's I'm hoping to continue. We can come across here, we get a view of a kind of more of the house, and eventually I think that's going to go a little taller, which I think will work out pretty well. We'll go ahead and go inside real quick, and we'll talk about that a little bit. So as you can see here, again, interior, I'm just playing around with some of the features. I've got the, basically, you know, your kind of your work area. My idea was going to be this is probably going to be storage that you can see here, maybe some work counters. This might be more of a kitchen area that I eventually create, and maybe a table and chair set of some sort. We have a nice view to our little kind of garden here, and the sun sets right between these trees, so it's nice for me to be able to see when that sun's coming down. I'm playing around with different window styles, so I started out with kind of this style, which was so you could see out a little bit more, but I kind of started to grow on this kind of the wool with a couple windows here, even though you can't see as much. So I'm playing around with the styles just a tiny bit. I did want a multi-level area, so I left kind of an opening balcony, and I wanted to do some stairs. Again, I was just trying to find a compact way to do some of the stairs here. I don't know if I like it too much, but so far it works for what it's doing. So I can go up to the balcony, and then this would be where the bed is, and kind of like the bedroom area, as you can see here. I use some, inside I use some log to simulate log pillars and log I-beams and things like that for the wood side, and then kept the stone mostly in the stone tower, as if this was built onto a stone tower of some sort. Then we have a loft where we can go up a little higher, and this is just kind of where I'm keeping track of what I'm working on, and I probably eventually will even go to higher because I want this to be kind of a lookout area to be able to see over the entire area. So what are we going to be working on? I put up a little to-do list, just something for me to try to keep track of, because I always feel like when I'm playing Minecraft that I kind of move from one thing to another as it catches my eye, so I never get any one project done as I start doing something else. I might see a cave I like, so I go caving, and then while I'm in the cave I might see a certain crop that I like, or an animal or something, and I decide to start making an animal pen or figure out how to trap it, or so I'm always kind of just willy-nilly moving around, and so I want to have a list of the things I want to do. So I know I need to upgrade my weapons, my tools, weapons, and armor, because I'm just in basic stuff. If you go ahead and take a look here, I just have some basic equipment. I've got some pickaxes. One's a stone, one's a flint. As I was playing around with those, I have a stone shovel. I have a stone and a flint sword. One's a broadsword, one's a longsword. You can also see a stone hatchet here and a stone mattock, which I'm starting to like. None of the advanced tools yet. This is a regular bow that just it got dropped, I believe, so I haven't done too much with that yet. And oh, I do have a frying pan that I was going to mess around with, a stone frying pan. So all stone tools right now. So I definitely need to upgrade my tool set. I need to get better weapons, and I need to improve my armor. So that's a big thing on my list here coming up. I want to finish this tower at some point as far as the things that need to be finished that I've started, and that'll be kind of this list. And that's what this is. So this is upgrades. I'm planning on doing this with Tinker's Construct. I'll update this once I figure out what kind of armor I'm really shooting for, and then I'll update that little sign of how I want to do it. Finish the tower and the stable. And I'll show you that the stable's right outside the door here, and I want to have a horse stable that has plenty of horses in it, and that'll be a second mode of transportation. I want to explore and find as many new biomes as I can, just to take a look around. I'm sure there's plenty of really neat things to see out in the world. And I eventually need to start building a bigger farm, as you can see my little garden here, and some animal pens so that I have plenty of animals. And again, I'm not trying to go for mass automation in this site, so it'll be a lot of regular kind of farms and pens. Eventually I can move to a different site which is a little bit more mechanical, a little bit more automated, a little bit more kind of industrial, I guess, and I'll probably pick a different site and do that. So I'm just going to have fun right now with just building kind of rustic things, or more of a home in the country, or something outside of town, not quite in town. As far as what I have so far, I just have a bunch of junk that I've just slowly been gathering. I've been gathering a bunch of wool because I am trying to use Archimedes ships, and I'm playing around with these little cupboards, which I like. They're pretty neat, even though they don't hold a lot. Every now and then I've found some equipment, and I'll show you where I found this stuff at. So I have a Tinker's Construct area here. This is the basic set that you build just from the wood. And I'm going to go ahead and start with, I need to build the forge so that I can start melting down the material, and I'll have to build a better tool station. I also found that these for storage, so this is my food storage at the moment, so I've got seeds and different types of food in these little storage areas. I just like the way they look, even if they're not as efficient as some of the other means. And we'll eventually probably put some more of those in and fill this place out a little bit better. Alright, so are we sun already going down? Oh, yep, sun's already going down. So let me go ahead and sleep in the bed real quick, and then we'll take a look at kind of the lay of the land. So I'll be right back. Alright, so let's go take a look at some of just the area. So the big thing, we talked about the stables, so I want to put the stables here, and I've kind of already started to etch out part of what it's going to look like. I'm going to use some of the dark woods, keep it a wood with maybe some stone along the bottom area, but mostly wood and other materials up top that are not stone materials. I'll probably carve more of this out and that'll give me a bigger stable area. I'm thinking maybe something in the size of this is the stalls. Maybe I've got to go a little bigger, but I'll play around with that. And so I'll have my stable right here next to the house, which is nice, and I can be able to go in, get the horse, and take off. I've got I'll talk about that in just a second. I've been starting to play around with these thorns, which are kind of nice if I can find more of them. I was thinking about using these along maybe different fences and use them as little areas, because a lot of the mobs just kill themselves on that anyways. I've just got a dirt pit of my animals at the moment. As you can see, they're not happy about that. So eventually I want to make a true farm, give them some free range, probably be this area out here. I have some of my trees growing so that I can just have the different materials. As you can see here, we'll just take a look around. We have this nice pond that I'll probably keep. I might dig it out some more just so it's a little deeper. And then I have plenty of horses that are around here, which is why I kind of picked the spot. And then we have the Archimedes ship here that I built. I just wanted to play around with how it works, so I just built something pretty simple. It's not pretty, but it's kind of like a floating skiff. Has the ability to carry storage, which I was testing because I didn't know if it could do that. I have a little crafting table with me so that wherever I go I can build some new stuff. I might actually turn this into Tinker's Construct crafting. Information and stuff. I've got some passenger seats in case anybody else on the server wants to jump on. And then obviously gauges in the helm itself. And then just a little flying vessel. So it's a nice little thing to get around, and I'll probably use that to explore. I also want to build an actual ship that will float. I've got all kinds of ideas for Archimedes ships. That's one of the things that I'll probably eventually do once I have this site up and running and doing well. Then I'll probably choose another site that's right near an ocean, and I'll probably create a bunch of different types of ships and just have fun building all kinds of crazy stuff. So that'll be fun. I am next to, one of the reasons I picked this area, I don't know if you can really tell. I've done some exploring now. Let's take a look at this map a little bit. What you can see here is it's a nice little plain kind of biome that's right in the middle of a lot of other stuff. So I've got some swamps around me. I've got some witch. I've got some islands that are here. I definitely have some, I think this is taint that's moving around. So I might have to do something with that eventually. So this is a good kind of area for me to just go ahead and really have access to a lot of the different things I need. I believe there's a jungle not too far from here also. Oh yeah, I had a snow biome to the I guess that would be the east maybe, if north is to the top of my map. And I had some big ocean area off on the side here. So I really thought this was a really good spot to go ahead and set in. I think this is just forest, but it also might be a witch forest, or it might be the jungle. Can't remember off the top of my head. But we'll do a lot of exploring. And there's going to be plenty of caving going on and plenty of just having fun and looking around and seeing what's out in the world. Alright, so was there any other plans I did not show you? There's one of the horses. There's a horse. When I got here, there was probably like 30 horses around. I don't know if they're still around, but it was one of the reasons that I kind of chose the area. Oh, and I have some jungle tree saplings that I got. It was interesting. You can find jungle trees dotted in these swamp areas, so I was able to chop them down and then go ahead and replant a bunch of them for some jungle wood. For whatever reason, I still like the jungle wood within playing Minecraft. It just, I like the look of the reddish wood. This is I want to say it's the Soartex texture map, in case I didn't mention that previously, although I'm sure I did probably in the first episode or so. Just in case, I'll keep mentioning that as we go. So we've got plenty to still do. Oh, as far as my quarry, right now, eventually I'm going to build more of this out. So we'll have animal pens all in this area. We'll probably have the tree farms out in that area. We're going to build more this way and clear out more this way, as this is where I chose to have my stone quarry, because I found this ravine that is accessible over here. So from the ravine, I have not really explored this too much yet. I'll probably put more of that on. We'll do it while I'm recording. I just wanted to go ahead and clear it out, and well, I guess I can show you my stone quarry. I'll just run down here. I got to make this more efficient. Right now it's all just blocks of me jumping around, and I use up a lot of food moving in and out of here. But what I am doing is I'm trying, oh, so it's done. I'm going to try this out and see if I don't die if I use the vines to come down. And then I can go ahead and, uh-oh, look out. Look out. So I built my little stone quarry here. And I have a mine shaft near me. And as you can see, I haven't really explored much. I'll put more of that when I start exploring. We'll go ahead and jump in here, and we'll see what we have listed. Oh, yeah. All of this is here. So Tinker's Station to do repairs, and just the mining area. So that's what that's going to be. Alright, so let's take a look. I think that's all we need. Hopefully that creeper is not following me. Good. Let's get out of here. So this is where I'll be trying to get my minerals after I got to get my upgraded Tinker's Construct stuff so I can get better materials. And so I'm going to use that down here. So that'll probably be one of these episodes coming up. Let me move up and get back. I got to get my food production going good. And I think that is all I was going to show you. Let's just move around. So if you guys have ideas or suggestions or comments, love to hear them. Things that I can do to maybe make the house better, the stables better, or what size or shapes they should be. Maybe how to do the animal pens. Any ideas about that? I'll think about that. And I think we'll just call that good. So that's a good update episode there. And the next session should be all about mining and upgrading tools with the Tinker's Construct stuff. So you'll see a little bit more there. And we'll do some exploring. So thanks for joining.